So now I'm just going to talk to you about this album. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, did Clive come to you with the idea, or did you already have the idea, or how did it really come about?
Clive came to me with the idea and a list of names, and we talked about other songs. Some of the other songs that we talked about doing, tracks came in for those songs, but they weren't good enough.
Okay.
Like What's Love Got to Do with It and
right.
stuff like that.
Right.
Tracks good enough, so he rejected it, and we went on to other things.
Okay. And
I approved of all of the songs that he gave me because I enjoyed the songs. They were made popular. I enjoyed them myself.
Right.
I said, yeah, it would be great to do these songs again. At this point, you got a new generation and some who've never even heard them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it would be great to do them again.
And so did you have any input at all? I mean, I know you had input, like you agreed, but did you bring any songs to the table, or was that all his choices?
I brought, what was it, the Diana deal, like Mountain High Enough, and I brought, what did I bring? I'm a Survivor. That's my granddaughter's song and my song. We both like that. Okay.
So those are kind of little...
I'm a Survivor. I suggested those two.
You did, okay. So you suggested the Survivor from Destiny's Child Survivor.
Right.
And the other one was the Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Anna's saying Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Okay. All right. But the rest were his ideas, like teach me to...
Ashford and Simpson can kick it out.
Yeah, they do.
I always love that refrain.
But he's the one who came up with the Dinah Washington song?
Oh, Dinah Washington? No, you know what? That was my idea too, David. I forgot that.
Yeah, I figured it would be. I didn't.
My idea.
Yeah, I figured he probably wouldn't have been as familiar with the song as you are.
Right.
Okay. So let's start with that. Since we're talking about that. Now, I know from my own, of course, knowledge that you did an album way back, tribute to Dinah Washington. Did you know, I mean, did she come to your house, your family house much, or did you know?
When I was just a kid. She was dating a person that became my husband later.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I
was upstairs peering down between the railings of the staircase when I saw her come in. You know how it is late at night.
Yep.
Company in the house, and things are exciting, and I'm looking down to see who's coming through the front door and all of that.
Do you have much time to talk to her about her music, or you were too young to really? Okay.
Not then. I did talk to her later on. She came to hear me in performance in Detroit, one of my early appearances. She did come to see me, and when I step out of my shoes in the dressing room, off, and she was saying, "Oh, you need to put your shoes in place and stuff like that." You were trying to tell me what to do in my dressing room. What I do in my dressing room.
Okay.
But she was very, obviously a very neat person, and I'm neat, but I kick off my shoes anyway.
Okay. So, did you listen to her music much while you were growing up, or was she somebody you listened to much?
A lot of Dinah Washington coming up.
You did.
Dinah was the great singers of all time.
Yeah. Okay. And what had you choose Teach Me Tonight?
Huh?
Why did you choose Teach Me Tonight?
I chose that because it was one of her more popular things that I liked, better than I think some of the rest. But I liked most of her things. You know, Dinah Washington could sing, period. And But it's something that used to play at the Arcadia, which was the roller rink where I
right.
roller skated with my team. That was something that they played on couples only.
Okay.
It just takes you back to that moment.
Okay. All right.
One of the wonderful teen moments with my teen crush.
Teen crush. Okay. Well, we won't ask who. We'll leave that alone. Your nameless teen crush. Teen crush.
Yeah, nameless.
All right. So now let's talk, while we're in that realm, let's talk about At Last, Etta James. So what are your thoughts about the song and, you know, what the song means to you?
Of her and our generation. We are the generation. Such a memorable melody. And I remember coming up, Etta was really crazy about Harvey Fuqua.
Okay. Moonglows.
So you know who Harvey was.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Moonglows, yeah.
Harvey, of course, in latter days, worked with Smokey. His light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so crazy about Harvey Fuqua.
Did you know Etta at all? Did you know her at all?
Her that well. We did see each other on occasion, once or twice, and spoke briefly, you know. But no, I didn't really know her as a person.
Right. I gotcha. But the song is something that you remember, of course, from
one of the great soul songs of its kind.
Okay. All right. Now let's move on to I Will Survive. So tell me about your thoughts on that and what you're thinking about in terms of that song and what it means to you.
Queen. Of course, Donna Summer, I think, came after Gloria Gaynor.
That's true. That's actually true, yes.
Great song, though. Great song. Huge hit. I read a book, I Will Survive. I saw it and had someone pick it up for me. Read it. Very, very good book. And, super performance from Gloria.
And again, is she someone you ever met during the years at all?
Oh, we never met.
Never met.
Had occasion to meet.
Right. And what does that song actually mean to you? Like the song itself, the lyrics, I mean, they have different ways people interpret it. But what does the song actually mean for you?
It's just a great song that when one is going through trying times, it's certainly a great mantra.
And you know what I loved about your version of it was it has what I call Aretha-isms in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean by Aretha-isms?
Yeah.
Things like, you know, get to stepping and those little...
And stepping and beat it.
Yeah, those are what I call Aretha-isms.
Okay.
And what I loved about it is you added that by adding those, you added your own stamp to it. You know what I mean? I thought it was brilliant. I love that track. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, brilliant.
Glad you enjoy it.
I really do. And so, while we're talking about songs from that time, let's talk about I'm Every Woman and your thoughts on that, about that song.
Well, I'm Every Woman. Well, of course, made it popular. And there again, you've got another Ashford and Simpson, great rewrite and great performance.
And it is, and it means a lot to a lot of women, of course. But
sure.
Yeah,
it's indicative of a lot of women.
And you also, I loved again on that song, you also put some of your own like little pieces in there, you know, little kind of comments, and I love that too. I thought it made it very much like owning, like it was your song, became your song. Okay. And I love that whose idea was it to include a little bit of respect in there?
Now, that was the producer's idea. I didn't even know that was pop out. When I heard it, I went, whoa.
Okay.
Yep, that was the producer's idea. But then I said, why not? It was a soul classic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next song we want to talk about is "Nothing Compares to You."
Right. Oh, we had a super time doing that. 3000 came in, and we got right down to business. We just chatted briefly in the control room out of this show and put it on. It's certainly 100 and what is it? 80-degree turnaround from the original vocal by Sinead O'Connor.
Absolutely.
I have a slower interpretation of that.
Really?